Hey guys, another day of chess videos. Today I'll be showing you again another 3 games that I have played in the last 1 week. The common theme across this is discovered attack on the queen. Two of the games you'll be finding that pattern, and the third one is a different variation which involves pawn attack. Actually, it's a different which my opponent tried. All three this time I was playing black, so let me start off with the first game. So I started at Sicilian defense. So my opponent castled on the queen side, the long side which they say. Whereas I castled on the king side. Now this is where my opponent blundered. My understanding is basically the opponent's idea was to attack the pawn on f file, f2, f7, but for some reason they seem to have missed out on the fact that it could easily, you could pick up both your, one of the two will be lost because of a pawn. So yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So yeah, so a check, basically they were looking for a way. If I would have taken the rook, or if I would have tried to go somewhere else, probably they wouldn't have been able to handle this. But I gave a check, and then once they resolved the check, I immediately took the queen. So this basically is the common theme which I was talking about. Now after this, actually my opponent resigned here itself, but because there was really not much left for them to play over here, it would be repeated checks and eventual loss. I just played with the computer simulation to understand how I could have done this. So that's the first game. The second game, again I started as black, and now this is where discovered attacks started actually. So here, by moving my pawn, I was attacking both the knight on f3, as well as there was a discovered attack by my bishop from f7, f6 to a1. Now again another similar attack. I put a check using my bishop, the king, and there's a discovered attack on the queen with my queen. So after this, again my opponent resigned. I just played some more with the computer to understand how this could have gone forward. As you can see, two rooks and knight and queen versus only their knight. There was no way for them to win. The next game which I wanted to show is because it's a very unique game in the sense that there's a pawn attack, which they call it. You start off with pawns and you keep you, instead of developing all your pieces, you attack further with your pawns. Yeah, so as you can see, they attack with their pawn on the f file. It's basically a King's Gambit variation, but it could easily be turned into a pawn attack if I wouldn't have moved my pawn on its h file. As you can see, I decided to go on the offensive with this pawn attack. I did not care about this time about doing my castling on the king's head or anything. I immediately pushed my pawns and this will checkmate for the opponent king. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you.